Talk, 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 talk. Are you talking to the Joker who's wearing the purple jacket? He's wearing the orange suit and he's got a turquoise tie with checkered pants. What does he say in numerological fashion? Is it the Joker, the Riddler, Catwoman, Mr. Freeze, the Penguin, Two-Face, Clayface, Calendar Man? Why is it all these characters? Why is everything always changing? But let me go down the list and show you how Matrix works. We show up and somebody says, Alpha, Boone, Bronze, Cheshire, Dark Angel, David, Dr. Ebenezer, Dark Moon, Kirigi, Kyle, Abbott, Levitt, Dog, Nisa, Onyx, Professor, Sen, Silver Monkey, Silken Spider, Talia Head, Tigress, Yuba, Windspire, Dare, Whip, Flamingo, Jack Ganappies, Max Roboto, Phosphorus Rex, Professor Pig, Weasel, Absence, Big Top, Dead, Deadliest, Heretic, ID, Jezebel, Jet, King Crane, Rayman, Science, Sister Crystal, Skin Talker, Son of Man, Son of Pine, Swag Man, White Knight, Villain, Bentley, Dollhouse, Jack and the Boss, Mr. Toxic, Olivia Carr, Orifice, Samson, Wesley Matthews, Break, and all these names from Batman, all these names, just so it can be said in the electrical system. Electric. Oh my God, we're a spider in the electrical system. Tendons and tendencies connected and reconnected to an element of thought, where the heart just beeps out just enough air to make sure everything is getting fed so we can do the next thought through a system that is far beyond and far different than what anybody will ever think. I wanted to show one design and then I not finished the design yet, but we're going to make this a little bit bigger. This has to do with E, and E. You want to talk about this is below water, put a weight on here and a weight on here, and then let the water go this way, S and S. Is it S and S, or do we bring it all together and create it as a G? But right now, let's leave it at E and E. Put these two back to back. We start them as a J and end up as an E. How about E here? Here's my E on the inside, right? Here's my E on the outside. But in reality, all I made was Eve, E-V-E, Eve. So I put this up here, and I created this part, and I created the E, and then I created the E, and now you had Eve who had to leave. You can also use these as a slide. You put two J hooks, and the J hook coming back to the center, and you slide it. Or you put it in here as a slide, on here or in here as a slide, and you slide it through, and everything locks into position. So what can E do, valued at 5, even inside the heart? Right over here. Here's another E to another E, but understanding this E over here is pointing that way, and it points that way. See the square? The straight line would have to come and they would all be equal. But in the E, we usually see that the arm in the center is shorter. So if the arm in the center is shorter, okay, it has to be drawn a little bit different. And that's where we're going to take this camera off and do it on a page I've already read. So if we draw the E this way, right, I'd have to draw the E like this because it's in a box. Otherwise, the E starts on one side and finishes on the other side. And I want to draw one on the other side, right? And now I have E and E, where it's shorter. So it has to be, because if I had an E this way, right? If I had an E this way, they'd all be the same. Otherwise, it'd be a 2 for 1. 2 of these, and 2 of these, and 2 of these, and 1 of these. Now, if there was a separation, and we use this for the separation, okay, for the E, okay, we would have to actually come, see the separation? Come and create this part of C, because this separation over here, I cannot draw a line for it. So we're going to do it again. We're going to draw the separation on the E, okay? But now there's no longer an E, because now it has a separation. If it didn't have the separation, it would all be the same length. But I went 3 to a row, so we're going to shorten that up. We're just going to do this line over here, right? But then, how do I do exactly this, right? This one is cut through this one over here to get on both sides, okay? Right? This one is cut like this. But I can't cut it. I have to start here. So automatically, the E is now this big. And automatically, the E is now this big. There's no in-between unless you create these diamond shapes, right? There's no E over here. Do you understand why? Do you want me to do it again, or do you want me to just continue showing you the castles, right? The crown or the castle. See the crown that I created here? The crown, right? The pitchfork. Do you understand what I did? This one over here, I needed to keep it short. So the only way to keep it short is to go through it. Otherwise, it's 2 squares and 1 square and 2 squares and 1 square. 2 to create 1 to have 2. That's your cycle. There's always implications in the other one. So now if we did this one and we wanted to make the short square, you would now have this one over here, which will be created. And we have no choice but to create that one. So we'd have to go here. How would we end up? We'd have to cross back this way to create this E. And that's what I did over here. Did you follow me? I'm going to do that again. I know these videos are a little bit long. Which one was it? Was it this one here? Or I did it this way. and then I did it this way, and then I did it this way, and then I did it this way, and I did it this way, and then I did it this way, and then what would that sign be? But that's the only way. There's obligations. There's obligations. Remember the obligations. Remember the obligations. Inside this obligation, there is no point. But you want a point, you automatically have to do this. 1, 2, okay? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4 gets 1 point. But 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4 gets 1 point. But check this out. 1, 2 gets 1 point. But if you do 3, 1, 2, 3, there is no point. There's no point with 3, but at 2, 4, 6, and 8, there's a point. But there's no point at 3. Raphael in a long, long video for no reason. Thank you for joining me in my house of paint.